Hey, fifth graders, happy Monday. So happy to share the day with you guys today and start the week off so splendidly. We are getting into lesson 28. It is so cold outside. It's rainy and cold, and I'm drinking warm soup and wearing my coat in the classroom. We're getting into lesson 28, and our primary focus for the rest of this module in lesson 28 and 29 is multi-step word problems. So we're going to use all of these amazing skills that we have learned so far, and we're going to apply them to solving word problems. And we're not going to just mindlessly jump into a word problem before we really understand what is going on in the word problem. So we're going to use our comprehension skills, and we're really going to strategically uncover each step of the problem and just very thoughtfully work through these multi-step division or word problems that require decimal division and just using your whole brain. So let's take a look. Wow, you guys, here we go. We are about to embark upon lesson 28. It's going to be great. We are in December 12th, 2018, and we're going to take a look at this awesome problem in which our very own Seb has 16.45 kilograms of flour. And he uses 6.4 kilograms to make hot cross buns. Yum! Also, here's a picture of hot cross buns in case you've never had them before. They are absolutely delightful, and I'm so grateful that you are willing to make those for us. The remaining flour is exactly enough to make 15 batches of scones. Can you tell I'm hungry? Scones look amazing. How much flour in kilograms will be in each batch of scones? Not hot cross buns, scones. I am drooling on my keyboard. Okay, guys. So the first task, truly, after you read the problem, is to make sense of it. Yes, we use read, draw, write. I'm not going to draw the hot cross buns and the scones. We're just going to look at these delicious photos. But what draw actually asks of us is that we really understand what is going on. So let's imagine our sweet Sebastian has this giant bag, like huge bag, rectangular in shape, huge bag of flour, and it's so huge that it holds 16.45 kilograms. Okay, so he's going to make the hot cross buns. So he's going to use this to make like an amazing tray of these delicious, like kind of brioche based hot cross buns. Does that kind of look like them? So he's making the hot cross buns, and he's going to make, we'll say, HCB, hot cross buns. And when he makes the hot cross buns, he's going to use 6.4 kilograms of his flour. Keep in mind, he has a ton of flour. Well, not a ton, actually 16.45 kilograms. He's going to use that flour to make the hot cross buns, and he's going to use 6.4 kilograms to make the hot cross buns. And now we're thinking about, what do we have remaining, as far as flour goes? Remaining flour. So with the remaining flour, he's going to then make scones. So we made the hot cross buns with 6.4 kilograms of the flour, and then we're going to make scones with the remaining flour. So we need to figure out how much flour does Sebastian have left after he's made the hot cross buns. Well, he started with 16.45 kilograms of flour. He used, meaning 6.4 kilograms were taken away. So that smells like deliciousness and subtraction, no biggie. I have a 5 in the hundredths place value, and I have a 0 in this hundredths place value. So let's just make sure we don't have any empty spaces. And let's just go ahead and take, we're starting with 16.45 kilograms of flour, and we're taking away 6.40 kilograms of flour. 5 minus 0 is 5. 4 minus 4 is 0. 6 minus 6 is 0, and 1 minus nothing is 1. So the remaining flour is 10.05 kilograms. Okay, so let's go back to the problem. Do you see how we are continuously going back to the problem? There's no way I could memorize all of this information. The problem is here. It's not being taken from us. So please make sure that you're continuing to come back to the problem so that we know we can evaluate each step of the problem. So the remaining flour is exactly enough to make 15 batches of scones. The remaining flour, my friends, is this, 10.05. We're going to make 15 batches of these blueberry delicious, oh my gosh, they're oozing with blueberries, this deliciousness. How much flour in kilograms will be used in each batch of scones? Well, we've been told here in the problem that we're going to use the remaining flour, which is 10.05 kilograms, and it's going to be used evenly. Whenever, again, friends, whenever we see that term used evenly or spread across evenly, division. 10.05 kilograms of flour is going to be used evenly across 15 batches of scones. How much flour will be in each batch? So what we're looking at here, friends, is a division problem. So we're going to divide 10.05 by 15. And we are going to be very thoughtful when we're setting this problem up because we need to make sure that 10.05 is indeed being divided by 15. Okay, so 10.05 kilograms of flour spread evenly across 15 batches. Once we evaluate this, we will know how much flour is in each batch of scones. And Sebastian, you're going to have to share your recipe with us because, gosh, this looks absolutely delicious. So what we're looking at is I have a decimal, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring that puppy up so it doesn't get lost in the shuffle. And so we're spreading this amount of flour evenly across 15 batches of scones. And what I'm looking at first is a 10, and 10 cannot be spread evenly across 15. So we're going to look at 100. Of course, this is not 100 ones, this is actually 100 tenths. This is in the tenths place value. And we're going to think about, how can I spread 100 evenly across 15 groups? We are going to do some skip counting. I'm just going to go ahead and skip count by 15s. I feel like this is pretty E-word. We can just add 15 and add 15 and add 15. And maybe one more. Think about, so this is just skip counting by 15s. I'm trying to determine what would be a really good place to start. What number should we see there on the roof of the house of division? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 15s that live inside 90. I think that is going to be, and I'm just going to convert this. I'm just going to go ahead and do that long ways over here so we can be absolutely certain that 15 times 6 is 90. Some simple multiplication here. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 3 is 90. Okay, great. That's a great place to start. 6 is really a wonderful first digit for our quotient. Keep in mind that I am communicating that there are 6 groups of 15 that live inside 100 tenths. Now we need 6 times 15. We already have our work over here. Just going to bring down that 90 and make sure that everything is lined up properly. Now we're taking 90 from 100, or I'm taking 90 tenths from 100 tenths. very straightforward. Subtraction, my favorite type of subtraction. 0 minus 0 is 0. Cannot take 9 from 1. I'm sorry, cannot take 9 from 0. So you're going to have to go next door and say, hey, buddy, bail me out. No problem. 10 minus 9 is 1. And then we have nothing left. So we have a remaining 10 here. Now ask yourself, is 10 smaller than 15? Indeed, I touched the button. Darn button. Indeed it is. So we can proceed with the next step. Next step is to bring down that 5 straight down. And now what we're considering is, so now we're dividing 105 into 15 equal groups. So thinking about how many 15s can fit inside 105. I know 15 times 6 is 90. Let's look at 15 times 7 over here in our work area and see what we come up with. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 3 is 10. Oh, sweet. 15 times 7 is 105. I love when it works out that way. So 7 is going to go right above the 5 in our hundredths place value on top of the roof of division. Oh, I love this. Because 7 times 15, you guys, we've just found out, is 105. And last time I checked, when I take 105 from 105, we have nothing, which means we have no remainder, which ultimately means that how much flour in kilograms will be in each batch of scones? Well, we will have 67, ooh, goodness, I almost got myself in a lot of trouble, 67 kilograms of flour in each batch of scones. Thank you for making those special treats for us. Can't wait to have those tomorrow in class, hopefully. Let's take a look at another problem here, guys. Kiddos, yes, so I know I mentioned that I was going to do another problem, but like we talked about in class today, I'm only doing one problem in our video, and your other piece of homework for math tonight is to complete your review. This is what you received after recess today, so this needs to be completed, numbers 1 and 2. You will turn this in tomorrow, and we will go over this in class. Also, please don't forget to write your secret snow buddy note. Bring that in tomorrow. And please remember that we need snowman supplies so we can build those snowmen on Wednesday. See you in the morning, guys.